Welcome to Street Kart. My name is Marvin and I am your tour navigator of what is going to be your #1 experience in Japan. Now that I have your attention, come this way. So, whether it's your first time or many times with Street Kart, it's important that we cover the basic road rules for an awesome and safe tour. In this video, we're going to cover 3 major parts. Part 1, how to operate the karts. Number 2, guide gestures and formations. And number 3, additional road rules and safety. So, let's begin with part 1. First, put all your belongings, your IDP, your passport, and if you want to, your mobile phone in the pouch under your steering wheel. Place this in and zip it. Do us a favor and please do not put anything in costume's pocket. Street Kart does not take any liability for any lost or dropped items during the tour. Next is your seat adjustment. The lever is just located underneath the steering wheel on the right hand side. Please adjust your seat so you can press the acceleration and the brake effectively. Please place your heels on the frame and refrain from touching the wires. You should either press the brake or the acceleration fully at any one time. And now your seatbelt. Just like a car, under Japanese law, you are required to wear a seatbelt. Simply place the belt over your body and clamp it in the safety mechanism. Now, remember, if you are caught without a seatbelt during this tour, you will get a penalty. And last is your side mirrors. Please adjust your side mirrors to the point where you can see the cars on either side. And finally, yes, we get to the part where we turn on our engines. On the left-hand side, in level with the elbow, is the ignition key. Simply turn it on and your car should respond just like this. In order to turn on your engine, you must first apply the brake, and underneath the control element of your steering wheel is the trigger key. As you're pressing the trigger key, simply press acceleration a couple of times, and when done successfully, you should hear this sound. That is the sound that we're looking for. Now, once at the brake of your tour, to turn off the engine, simply turn the ignition key like so. And just in case, to repeat one more time, to turn on the engines, ignition key, brake, trigger key, and slightly tap. And there you have it. That's how you start the kart. Next is your gearbox. Reverse, neutral, and forward. During your tour, you only need to set your gear to forward, like so. This is your handbrake. To simply release it, press this button and push down. And now we are going to explore the controlling elements of your go-kart. This is your indicator. Simply press left or right, and when finished, simply press down. When the guides are using their indicators, please use yours as well. Just to note, the indicators do not turn off automatically, so please always remember to switch off your indicators when you complete your turn. This silver lever controls the high and low beam elements of your kart. However, during the tour, you won't have any use for it. In the unlikely chance of emergency, this red button controls your hazard lights. We use this when we're pulled over to the side of the road. And this last yellow button is the horn. If you use this too much, you'll be subject from a penalty from the police. And next is guide gestures and formations. When your guide does this, please drive in one single file and stay in one single lane. When driving in one single line, please keep up minimal safe driving distance. We recommend keeping a 1.5 kart space to the person in front of you. When driving, if you leave too much of a big space, a car will cut in between. If that happens, the #1 thing to remember is please stay behind the car. Do not worry, do not panic. The car will eventually move to a different lane and you can then rejoin the group safely. And when your guide gestures this or this, please form the 2-line formation. Always remember to keep within the same lane and do not cross over the white lines. Oh, and about traffic lights. If you become separated from your group because of a red light, please stay right there. Your tour guide will always check behind and will pull over when it's safe. When the light turns green, simply rejoin the group. Sounds easy, right? Last step is additional road rules and safety. Number 1, your mobile phones. If you haven't done so, please set your mobile phones onto airplane mode. We encourage you to take lots of photos during the tour. However, do this when we are at a complete stop. Under Japanese law, using your mobile phones whilst driving is not allowed. You will get a penalty. And number 2, drive safely. Any forms of dangerous driving, including zigzag driving, overtaking, drifting, or intentionally bumping of your friends, is not allowed. If your tour guide catches you doing any of these dangerous things, it will result in the entire group being given one last warning. There are no exceptions. However, if you do this a second time and the guide catches you, the tour is automatically cancelled and everyone is to return back to the office. In this case, there are no refunds given. A couple of things to note before we get you onto your amazing tour. We at Street Kart pride ourselves on feedback. So after your amazing tour with your extra #amazing tour guide, please visit any of our social media pages and leave a kind comment. And why not make this unforgettable moment extra unforgettable by looking at and purchasing any of our merchandise. Also, driving through Tokyo carries around a big fun element. So, if you think your tour guide did an amazing job of introducing Tokyo to you, please feel free to tip them at the end. I'm pretty sure they will appreciate it. Anyway, that's all from me. Enjoy your tour. See ya!